everyone, and welcome to the Coon Rapids Sports Complex for CTN's live coverage of the Cardinals home and conference opener as they host the Rangers from Forest Lake. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action, and Howie very excited to be back at the home stadium. Nick Russell's first time on a home field now, leading his team.
Yeah, he has a game under his belt, probably one he'd like to forget, but you take those lessons out of that game and you work in practice. He said they had a great week of practice, and they're coming in here with a fresh attitude. Guys didn't hang their head in that 34-0 loss, so this is an opportunity for them to get right back at it.
Well, and on the other sideline, Forest Lake really felt like they outplayed Tartan for most of last week's game, but ended up the losers in that contest. They're looking for a big bounce back on the road against Coon Rapids.
Yeah, a couple of turnovers really hurt them, but again, good week of practice. Coach Ferraro mentioned that it's good that the fact that they were in practice this week. As we take a look at Colton Trapp, the quarterback for the Forest Lake squad, was 12 of 31 for 145 yards last week. As you can see, efficient enough to lead that squad.
And on the flip side, Coon Rapids playing a very tough St. Thomas Academy defense last week, never able to get anything going on the offensive end, only 3 first downs in that game. They need something better on the offensive side of the football.
They do, and they're hoping that Dake Van Hulsen, the quarterback for Coon Rapids, they want to get him into a rhythm tonight. Quick, easy throws. That way it'll open up the running game. Give him some confidence. He's a much better quarterback than his statistics showed last week, and it was just, as you mentioned, tough opponent in St. Thomas Academy.
Well, we're just moments away from kickoff. It's Friday Night Lights, the home opener for the Cardinals, as they host the Rangers next on CTN. Nice hands, drives and scores. Beautiful evening for football here at the Cardinals Sports Complex. And as we get ready for kickoff, we go down to the third member of our broadcast team down on the field, Jen Halverson. Jen?
Thanks, Joe. Well, I spoke with head coach of Coon Rapids, new head coach actually, Nick Russin today, and he told me the plan of attack tonight against the Rangers will be to get their run game involved right away and to open up the field. He wants his offensive line to set the tone immediately in this game. Defensively,
there's head coach Nick Russin.
What? Nick Russin. Defensively to shut down Forest Lake quarterback Colton Trapp. They want to make him go one-dimensional in the secondary. The key for execution for everyone tonight is to do their job and trust each other. Back to you, Joe.
Thank you, Jen. Cardinals will get the chance to be on offense first. They had that chance last week, and on their opening possession, 3 incomplete passes and a quick trip back to the sideline.
And you're looking at Coach Russin, and he's an offensive-minded head coach, and obviously that hurt him last week, that his offense couldn't get going. They worked really hard during the week of practice. They cleaned up a few things, and they hope tonight they're going to be looking at a different opportunity for this Cardinal squad.
Colton Trapp preparing to kick off for the Forest Lake Rangers. Jeebly and Tarnu are the deep backs standing at the Coon Rapids 5. High end-over-end kick. Jeebly from the 10. He dropped it. Tarnu able to get right back on top of it at the 17, and that's where the Cardinals will take over.
Yeah, tough way to start. Fortunately for Coon Rapids, they were all able to fall on the football. But, you know, those are the things, obviously, that they can't see happening.
Not the type of return they wanted, but it was a 7-yard return.
And they retained possession of the football, and that was the most important.
Jake Van Holzen with a couple of guys in the backfield with him. Fakes the give to Jeebly, keeps it himself upfield for a nice gain of first down to the 29-yard line.
Well, it was a really nicely designed play, the first fake, and then he's able to cut upfield, but the defense was flowing to the other side and going after the running back coming out of the backfield. And Jake did a nice job of turning upfield and picking up that first down. Nice way to start the game for the Cardinals.
This time the handoff does go to Jeebly, right side, able to break a tackle out across the 35 to the 36, a gain of 7.
You know, Joe, we talked about what the athletes on this team, on this Coon Rapids team, and there are a number of them, and Jeebly is definitely one of them. He's got the ability to break it.
Jordan Doe, the other man in the backfield, fake the give to Jeebly, right side run for Van Holzen, another first down out across the 45 to the 46-yard line, a gain of 10.
Now, and that young man right there is one of the very good athletes on this squad. You can see it, very quick feet. A couple of nice runs from here to start this drive, for him to start this drive.
Handoff goes to Jeebly. Nice hole in the middle. He's got another first down. The ball popped out as he hit the ground, and he was definitely down, stretching for the first down. He'll have it at the Forest Lake 43-yard line.
Well, this Forest Lake defense, certainly a different look than what Coon Rapids saw last week in St. Thomas Academy. We're seeing the line of scrimmage controlled early on by Coon Rapids. That's what they want to do, and then he's able to get to that second level.
Established the run early. They've done that. Van Holzen, late pitch to Doe. Doe lowers his shoulder and drives down inside the 40 to the 39, a gain of 5.
On that play, they give Van Holzen the ability to make that decision whether he wants to pitch it or take it himself. This time, saw the defender coming in, able to pitch it back to Doe.
A little bit late on the pitch, and it was a little behind Doe, but Doe able to reel it in for a gain of 5. Dropped snap as it came in low. And Van Holzen not able to scoop it up. Fortunately, Jeebly able to dive on top of it, but now a 3rd and 9 after the loss of 4.
Yeah, puts him in a longer situation here at 3rd and 9, but again, Jeebly doing a really nice job of recognizing that ball was on the ground and able to fall on it.
3rd and 9 from the 43. 2 receivers either side for Van Holzen out of the shotgun. Jeebly switches sides to the right. Give goes to Jeebly, trying to get around the corner. Good pursuit from the Rangers. He's only able to give about 3.
Oh, that
a 4th down decision right here for the Cardinals.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there, and it was late on the handoff. And Jeebly, using his speed, doesn't gain those few yards.
4th and 7 from the 41. Coon Rapids going to keep the offense on the field. Van Holzen out of the shotgun.
See if they try and draw him off.
Run the option to the right side. Van Holzen gets a seam. And is he able to make it? It doesn't look like it. He's going to be stopped just short. They mark him at the 36. Needed the 34.
Yeah, he'll be just a bit short. And again, looking at that opportunity if he wants to pitch it, but he's going to take it. He's trying to get to the outside, and a really nice tackle. That was Ed Quist.
Rangers will take over on downs, 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Colton Trapp out of the pistol, sends a man in motion from right to left. Handoff goes up the middle to Plesky, bounces off first contact, wrapped up quickly after a gain of 2.
Coach Russin thought that this defense played pretty well in that 34-0 loss to St. Thomas Academy. And you look at the opponent that they had, and they're very aggressive, they're very quick. And I think their test will come up the middle.
Trap out of the pistol again. Motion goes to the right this time. Handoff again to Plesky. He slipped in the backfield, and it's going to lose a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9 for the Rangers.
He was being pursued by Miles Taylor, and he did try to cut upfield and lost his footing. So it puts the offense of Forest Lake in a tough situation at 3rd and long.
Well, Trapp able to spread the ball around, through for 145 yards in the loss last week. 3 receivers to his right, 1 on the left side. Plesky stays in the backfield with him. Straight drop, looks right, throws long, and too much on it. Pass intended for Grant Yearling, but well over his head.
He was covered pretty well. He had a couple of Cardinal defenders with him. We'll see what the Forest Lake squad wants to do here.
Flag on the field, holding on the offense.
Yeah, so they were just waiting for the call for the penalty. And the Rangers are going to have to punt the ball. Good series for the Cardinal defense to start their first opportunity.
Colton Trapp will handle the punting. Jordan Doe is the deep back for the Cardinals. Good punt from Trapp. Doe lets it bounce, now takes it on the run, avoids one tackle and another, gets away from an arm tackle, breaks another and across midfield, and finally dragged down at the Forest Lake 45-yard line.
Yeah, he looked where he was positioned on the field, did a really nice job with his feet and able to create that extra space, broke a couple of tackles, and he was picked up a nice gain, nice punt return for Jordan Doe. We'll see it again, and he got the good bounce. He took it on the hop, and a couple of missed tackles there. And you've got a player getting hold of his jersey, but just uses that lower body leg strength to pull away from him.
Great return. After it looked a little scary when he let it bounce. You were okay, just stay away from it, and made a kind of a late decision to come up and field that ball. But then once he did, boy, nice return. Puts the Cardinals in plus field position. On first down, a little screen going to Doe, and it was kind of out of reach. He dove back to the line of scrimmage, but no gain.
Yeah, and they're looking for Jake Spatz a little more accuracy. You see Doe's numbers from a week ago. Not a lot to talk about on that offensive side of the ball for Coon Rapids last week.
Fake the give to Doe. The pass is behind, but a great catch made by Sonny Tao. What an adjustment.
Yeah, like I said, we talked about the athleticism. They have good athletes, especially at the wideout position. And Sonny Tao, who experienced last year, look him come back to the ball, does a nice job of hanging on to it, bringing it in.
16-yard gain. Van Holzen wanted to throw, now scrambles, throws at the last second. It's incomplete. And a flag comes in late, away from the ball.
I'm going to call this. I didn't see where the flag came from. Maybe a hold in the defensive backfield.
Well, it was near the 2 receivers, so you wonder if it was defensive holding.
That's what I'm wondering. Oh, he's talking to Forest Lake.
Ineligible man downfield, number 76 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
That's our referee, Chuck Kroll.
So to back him up, first down and 15 from the 34. Joe flares out, throw down the right side, looking for Tao, nearly picked off. Good coverage on the play by Derek Cardinal.
Yeah, good. As you said, good defensive coverage by the Forest Lake defense. There, Cardinal. How coincidental. His last name is Cardinal.
3 receivers on the left side for Van Holzen. He's going to run the option that way, trying to get around the corner, and does. Good blocking on the edge by the receivers. Allows him to pick up a good gain and make it a much more manageable 3rd down.
They see it again, trying to gain that edge, able to turn it up, but still puts him in a 3rd and long situation.
Rolling right is Van Holzen. Throws complete to Sonny Tao. Cuts back. He's got a 1st down to the 16, 17-yard line.
Well, that's what we talked about, is getting easy, quick throws for Van Holzen.
Cardinals keeping the defense on their toes. Little bubble screen back to the near side for Avant Shannon. Didn't fool him at all.
It did not. That defense able to go with Shannon.
Loss on the play of a yard.
That was Austin Nelson doing a nice job on the coverage for Forest Lake.
Handoff goes to Doe, and not much of a hole in the middle. He's going to fall forward back to the original line of scrimmage, but a 3rd and 10.
It looked like he had a bit of an opening, but decided to go to the outside. So again, a 3rd and long situation for Coon Rapids.
3rd and 10. Both backs in the backfield with Van Holzen. Fake the give. Pitch goes to Doe. Left side. Great block. He's got room. Touchdown, Coon Rapids.
This is great for the Cardinals. After not scoring any points this week, a nice drive.
Great block by the receiver to get him the edge. And once he had it, the whole defense collapsed on Jeebly and then on Van Holzen. And I'm not sure if that was
Shannon, Avant Shannon with the block. But yeah, great block on the edge, seals it off, allows him to gain around the corner.
Finley to attempt the extra point, low line drive, but it's through. It's a 7-0 lead for the home team.
Yeah, they're again able to. The thing I like to see is the fact that they're able to overcome 3rd and long a couple of times on this drive. We'll see it again. Look at you can see it. Just saw the block by Avant Shannon, is able to get him into the end zone. Good second drive by the Cardinals. Gets them into the end zone.
Well, and how appropriate that Jordan Doe finished it after the way he started it with the punt return.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they have athletes, and they show it when they have the opportunity and your blocking schemes are correct, like you saw there. Doe able to gain the edge and take it into the end zone. Nice crowd here for the home opener.
The look at the drive, 8 plays to go 45 yards, took 2:20 off the clock, and ends with a 16-yard Jordan Doe touchdown run. Finley to kick it off. It's going to bounce at the 10 and get past Grant Yearling. He scooped it back up, and he's going to be stopped before getting back to the 10. Antonio Manos there for the stop.
Yeah, again, Antonio Manos doing just a great job of staying with it, getting past that initial line and able to make the tackle.
And not the kind of field position you want to start the drive following giving up the score, starting from your own 9-yard line.
Well, that, again, that allows your defense to put a little more pressure here.
Handoff goes to Plesky. Nice hole left side, blows through, tried to cut back and got tripped up out to the 15. A gain of 6.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to take that one a little further, but just got somebody got a hand on him. I think it was Ty King.
And he had 80 yards last week, and half of it on a 40-yard touchdown score.
Well, he's got that ability, obviously, if he's got some open daylight, to take it to the house. And of course, the Cardinals know that. They just have to stay in their lanes. They got to make sure that they avoid giving up a big play like that.
Hit in the backfield is Plesky, and then swarmed by black jerseys. He'll be dropped for a loss.
He was hit initially by Miles Taylor. Played a big blow on him. And you see last week's stats, 6 tackles, a sack, and a pick. And he had a very athletic interception last week. Now puts him in a 3rd and 7 situation. Again, 3rd and long. We've seen both offenses 3rd and long. See if Forest Lake can initiate a 3rd and long drive here.
3 receivers right side for Trapp this time. Plesky in the backfield, rolling to his right as Trapp wants to throw and does. And that pass is complete for a first down to Austin Burgum.
Oh, they sent a receiver short and 1 medium, and Burgum was able to get in front of the defender. So you're going to see here good protection as he's going to roll to his right. And a nice catch.
Pretty good coverage there, too, by Ethan Tidrow. 1st and 10 now from their 22. Tight bunch of receivers on the right side. He'll throw back to the left. Wanted to get Plesky out of the backfield, but a little too much on it. And David Jeebley with him step for step.
Yeah, good thought. Take him out of the initial thought of a run on 1st down, but just a little too much air under the pass by Trapp. You saw the numbers last year. 3 catches for 97 yards for Colton Trapp last year's game.
Rolling to his left, in trouble, wanted to go back and sack for a huge loss. Dropped back inside the 10-yard line. We'll see exactly where they mark it, but now 3rd and forever from deep in their own end.
Yeah, watch Miles Taylor fight off a blocker here, and you're not going to stop him. He's able to bring him down. Just a great individual effort by number 6 there. Beat a blocker and not give up and get to the quarterback. So it's 3rd and like a whole
22
bunch.
From the 10. That play just took too long to develop when you have number 6 breaking through your line. Offset I formation out of the pistol. Handoff goes to Plesky, and Plesky going to be wrapped up and dropped for a loss again. And the Rangers are finding themselves punting out of their own end zone.
I'll tell you, this defense is playing so well. And again, they're just putting so much pressure up front at the point of attack. The lineman for Forest Lake cannot do a good enough job at this point.
And now here's Trapp standing halfway through his own end zone. Jordan Doe standing at his own 45 to return. Trapp got a pretty good boot off, and that's going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
And let's back him up even further. He'll be at his heels.
To the goal. Still 4th down.
Not the start that this Ranger team has wanted here on the road at Coon Rapids. You know, Coach Ferraro talked about the fact he felt that their team dominated against Tartan, with the exception of the score. They had a big play where they fumbled the ball to Tartan 3, and Tartan picked it up and ran it back 97 yards for a defensive score.
And so now Jordan Doe standing at the Rangers 45 to return. Good punt. Doe waves for the fair catch and makes it at the 41-yard line of Forest Lake. Great field position for the Cardinals to come back out up 7-0.
And exactly the game plan, the way it started out for Coon Rapids here, with the fact that they've had a couple of nice drives, didn't score on that first drive, but able to connect on a couple of 3rd and long situations, keep drives alive, and end up putting a score on the board. Looking to do so here again on drive number 3.
So the Cardinals back on the field. Handoff goes to Jeebly, trying to get around the left side, and does. Great block again by Shannon. Big gain for Jeebly. He's dragged out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. Gain of 22.
Yeah, you talk about unsung heroes, and Shannon on the outside with just a great block. See if we can see it here. As again, just missed that one, but just a nice job of able to keep that defender upright and allowing Jeebly to get around him.
Offense number 3. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay 1st down.
Well, I guess it was too good a block, because now it's coming back. So it's going to place the ball at the 40, so it'll be 1st and 9 from there. First and 9. It's not one you see very often. Handoff goes to Jeebly. He's wrapped up immediately, fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all the farther he can get. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, well, there was a story when football was just being invented. They were going to have 9 yards for a 1st down. So first and 9 was very common in the beginning of the early stages of football. Then they realized they wanted 1 more yard to make it 1st and 10. So that's how 10-yard 1st downs became a reality.
A thing. Lots of time for Van Holzen to wait. Now throws complete to Avant Shannon behind the defense. Touchdown, Coon Rapids. Ball came out, but after he was in the end zone. And Avant Shannon slow to get up. That's not a good sign.
No, and a nice pass by Van Holzen.
But the touchdown has been indicated, and concern from the Cardinals.
Yeah, he's still on the ground, and that's we don't want to see that. But a beautiful play. Good protection up front. Jake has plenty of time to survey the field. And then he sees Shannon cutting across the middle.
He gets tracked down right at the goal line by Peterson. Peterson able to pull that out, but you saw he was clearly across the goal line at that point.
And being worked on by our trainer.
Yeah, I think
it's a lower body injury, obviously.
Preston comes down on the back of his heel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. The touchdown is good.
Right.
Dead ball, personal foul.
There, oh yeah.
On the offense.
Kind of got twisted up on that right ankle. We certainly hope it's nothing serious.
Well, right now it doesn't. Jeremy's working on, our trainer is working on it, Coon Rapids trainer. We certainly.
Well, Shannon back up, but not putting any weight on it.
Yeah,
and that's of great concern. We were just talking about, he was he came up with a couple of huge blocks for his team. And now he gets the big catch for the touchdown. And unfortunately being helped off by the kicker.
Yeah, we just hope he's doing okay. But yeah, you're right.
The
Not a good
touchdown
sign.
is
He can't
good.
put any weight on it.
After the play, personal foul on the offense, number 77. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Cardinals
We
personal
will now
foul.
line up for the try.
Well, something after the play. How about that, though? A 3-play drive when one of them was about 22 yards, but then got called back on a hold. And you get the 40-yard touchdown pass from Jake Van Holzen to Avant Shannon. Finley's kick is good, and the Cardinals lead 14-0. Less than a minute to play here in the first quarter.
We take a look at as they're working on his ankle. Teammates coming over and wishing him well. They have to feel pretty good about the offense from one week to the next, as they're able to put a couple of scores up on the board here in this first quarter. 3 plays, 41 yards. Took 50 seconds off the clock. 40-yard strike from Van Holzen to Shannon.
Yeah, and what a job by the offensive line on that play. Just held the Rangers in check. Van Holzen had a lot of time.
Well, you could see he was looking all over the field.
To survey the field.
Yep.
And after the personal foul, Finley will be kicking from his own 25. So Forest Lake looks to get a little bit better field position this time around.
Well, you know this defense is going to come out on the field fired up here with a 14-0 lead. They've been
having pushed them back in that last drive, really held them to 1 yard on that last drive. This one booted out of bounds on the far side. So the Rangers will get the penalty for the kick, and they'll take over at the 35. Or at this point, do you back him up even further and have him re-kick?
Well, that's kind of what I thought, but I was
that's
called
it's
out for criticizing
up.
the other
well,
way.
Yeah, but this time you're backing him up even further from the 25.
I would.
Illegal procedure on the offense, kick out of bounds. Forest Lake has opted to move them back 5 yards.
Yeah, they did. That was smart. I like that. There's head coach Sam Ferraro. He's talking to the official.
They want to re-kick.
Well, and I like the decision again.
I do too.
You know, if it's from the normal spot at the 40, no, probably not.
Oh, no, then they would.
But if you're already got him kicking 15 yards back, make him kick 20 yards back. Finley thought his job was done and returned to the sidelines.
Gonna get back out there, do it again.
So Finley to kick now from his own 20. Low line drive will skip at the 40, and this one is going to go out of bounds on the other side. Let's try it again.
Yeah, keep moving them back. Yeah, they're going to do it again. I assume you do it once, you certainly want to do it twice.
Penalty, re-kick.
Well, it depends. I mean, if he kicks it out of bounds really short, you take it where it went out of bounds. Finley kicking from his own 15 now. Line drive down the middle. It'll be fielded by Plesky at the 38. He's got blockers in front of him. Blows through a hole. Across the 40. Can't be brought down by Finley and is finally dragged out of bounds at the Coon Rapids 18-yard line.
Now those 2 penalties certainly has worked to the Rangers' favor, or 3 penalties worked to the Rangers' favor. So you see Plesky's numbers from a week ago. 17 carries, 81 yards, 1 touchdown, but as you mentioned, one of those carries for a 40-yard score.
And now they'll take over 1st and 10 from the Coon Rapids 18. 37 seconds remaining in this first quarter. The Rangers trail by 14. But you talked about the defense being fired up. Well, now here they are with their end zone at their back. Trap out of the pistol as Plesky in the backfield with him. Throws left quickly, passes complete, and a nice hole up front for Yearling. Cuts back, stretches, and finally brought down at the 3-yard line. Gain of 15, 1st and goal.
Yeah, again, good blocking by Forrest Lake and able for him to pick up that additional yardage. Look to the outside, good job. You see hat on hat there for Forrest Lake, allowing a lot of space for him.
First and goal, ball inside the 5-yard line. Wishbone formation in the backfield. Handoff goes to Plesky. He's met quickly and driven back. No gain, 2nd down. That will do it for the first quarter. We'll take a break. Be back with more from the Cardinals Sports Complex. It's Coon Rapids 14 and Forest Lake 0 on CTN. Coon Rapids with a 14-0 lead as we get ready to start the second quarter, but the Forest Lake Rangers knocking on the door. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line.
Yeah, nice return after 3 penalties. Pushed the Cardinals back on that kickoff after their last score. Put them in good position. And it's important here for Forest Lake that they get points. They want to keep this game close. They don't want to have a chance of getting it out of hand.
Fakes to give, and Trapp has a lot of room to run around the corner. Dives in, touchdown. Looked like a hold on the edge, but no flag. And Forest Lake is on the board.
Again, that they answered. They were able to get a score after the Cardinals' last score. See it again.
Watch the left side of your screen.
Oh,
it's already
yeah,
it's already
passed.
over. You saw the Cardinal on the ground. So Trapp out to attempt the extra point and make it a 7-point game. His kick is no good, and it's 14-6.
Always tough when you miss that extra point, and fortunately they have a 2-point situation if they're able to score to get it to a tie. But we'll see as this game unfolds if that comes back to hurt them. And now we talked about the Cardinal defense firing up on that last drive. The Forest Lake defense now, after a score, has to come out with a little bit of energy on their next opportunity. See it again. We'll see if we can see that. Well, we're still not going to be able to see that questionable block. Nonetheless, Trapp's able to gain the edge, get the corner, and take it to the end zone. 8 plays, just 18 yards, took 55 seconds off the clock.
It helps when you start in the red zone.
It does help when you start in the red zone. 5-yard run, as you see there by Trapp for the score.
4, 3, yeah, 3 plays.
3, yeah.
Not 8.
3 plays.
Ghibli and Tarnu standing at their own 5-yard line, waiting to field the trap kick. Short, high, end-over-end kick taken at the 18-yard line. And a good return out across the 30 to the 34. Ryan Garlick on the return. Gets some good field position at the 38.
Well, Garlick, another one of those players with a lot of speed. We saw him in the baseball season.
You're going to call it the 39 even.
He has wheels.
Well, and you saw him just run over that first defender. Handoff goes to Ghibli, trying to get around the left side. Got it, and now finds some big room down the sidelines. Bumped out of bounds around the 40. Oh, that was Ryan Garlick on the run. 32-23. I get dyslexic.
But, I mean, again, look at the blocking on the outside. Great job again by receivers holding up a defender. And Garlick able to turn it upfield with a nice gain. Just pushed out, not able to keep his momentum in bounds.
19-yard gain. Now they hand it off again, and he's taken down to the backfield, but this is going to be a face mask, and it'll be positive yardage for the Cardinals.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 61, 15-yard penalty.
We'll see it again.
Pretty easy to see as it
turn his head.
Gets the whole turn.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, all the way around, and brought him right down. That one doesn't get missed.
No, and that's a big one.
That'll make it 1st and 10 from the 30.
The Cardinals looking to answer right back after the Forest Lake score.
Garlick stays in the backfield. Fake the give. Keeper for Van Holzen. The Rangers waiting for him. It's a loss of a yard.
Oh, they just penalty. This is going to be a personal foul on Forest Lake.
Couple of flags on the field.
Some laundry, unless they call offsetting.
Taking a while to get this one sorted
The down
out.
counts. Dead ball, offsetting penalty.
Oh, they are offset.
Personal foul on the defense. Another dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense number 77. That's his first unsportsmanlike of the night.
So give him a warning for unsportsmanlike.
And let's just try it again then. So you can put it back to the original line of scrimmage. They're leaving the ball at the 32, so 1st and 12. Well, if they're offsetting, don't they? It was after the play, so 2nd and 12, or 2nd and 11. They're calling it from the 31.
And that
pass
in the
little
dirt.
Bubble screen to the near side, trying to get Sonny Tao quickly, is incomplete.
So now a 3rd and long situation. I'm assuming this is obviously going to be 4-down territory.
They only assume so.
I'm assuming it is.
Van Holzen, straight drop, has time. Now chased, steps up, wants to run, voids the pressure. Back to the line of scrimmage and will be stopped there, and it's 4th and long.
Yeah, good coverage downfield. Van Holzen didn't have an opportunity to spot a receiver, and he had to hang on to the ball way too long. Again, trying to use his athleticism to get some positive yardage, but not
Ends
able
up
to do
losing
so.
another yard, 4th and 12. But from the 32, they will go for it here. Now Van Holzen coming out of the offense.
Defense would love
coming off the field.
Love a stop here for Forest Lake.
Jordan Doe will stand in looking to take the snap. And he got him to jump. That'll get 5 yards back.
Let's see if Jake comes back in.
Offside. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
He's staying on the sideline.
We make it 4th and 7 from the 27. Jordan Doe is essentially the number 2 quarterback. Definitely a kid who's got some athleticism, some skills. Straight drop, looks to his right, throws, looking long, trying to come back, and there's the flag from both sides as they tried to get it to Josh Cedillo. And as he tried to come back, he was interfered with down on the goal line.
Yeah, that's a tough penalty for Forest Lake. So I'm not sure that pass would have. I don't think that pass would have been there. There you see it again. Going for Cedillo. No, that's not a bad. That's not a bad throw if he wasn't held up.
Gabriel Breezeboy
13. Pass interference.
kind of forced to hold as he knew he got
that penalty is half
beaten on that cutback.
The yardage results in a 1st down.
So it'll be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic 1st down. And after being in that 4th and 12 situation, they forced 2 Forest Lake penalties. And now all of a sudden they've got 1st and 10 from the 17.
Yeah, great situation.
Or should be at the 12, actually.
Continues
That's
the
where they'll
drive.
put it.
Continues to take time away from the Ranger offense.
Van Holzen back in there now at 1st and 10 from the 12. Pitch goes to Doe, trying to cut back. And able to weave his way forward for a couple, but yes, another flag on the play, and this one's going to go against the home team.
It's going to be a hold on the Cardinals.
Holding. Offense number 72. 10-yard penalty. Replay 1st down.
And again, those penalties hurt, especially in this part of the field.
Forest Lake, a pretty good crowd over on the far side.
They do.
And they like that call.
Six penalties for 50 yards against the Cardinals.
And that's in a quarter plus 2 minutes.
Exactly.
It's not a stat you like to see. There's some
no.
other stats that look a lot better than last week, but
Many.
that one is not pretty. 1st and 20. Gibli on the swing pass. Breaks through a couple and dives forward to the 18-yard line. Gain of about 6.
They get a little bit of that back. 2nd and 15.
Handoff goes to Gibli, and this one's going to come back as well. Flag on the field. It's going to be a false start. Right end of the Cardinals moved early.
Too many penalties. That'll be number 7 on Coon Rapids.
So this will back him back up to 2nd and 20.
Illegal procedure.
Wipe out that
Offense.
5-yard reception for Gibli.
Number 76 was not set at the time of the snap.
Cardinals need the
5-yard
3-yard
penalty.
line for a
3-point
first
second
down
down.
here. 2nd and 20 from the 23.
Oh, they have a couple of plays to try and accomplish that.
Van Holzen waits, has time, throws over the middle, looking for Tau, incomplete, just out of his reach. It'll be 3rd and long.
Boy, did he have the protection. He had all day to throw, and Sonny Tau was cutting across the middle, and he just threw it too far ahead of him. But look at the time he has. And Tau had him beat by a step, just a little too much on the ball.
Bunch formation on the left side. Van Holzen will roll that way, wants to throw and does, complete to Doe, and he's dragged out of bounds at about the 12 or 13. Bring up 4th down in about 10. Oh, they're going to push him out even there. Earlier than that.
Well, Finley's going to get an opportunity to attempt.
This will be about a 22-yard attempt, or 32-yard attempt for Finley. It is up, it is good, and the Cardinals lead 17-6.
Yeah, he kicked that with some authority. The Cardinals do come away with some points.
And that's such a huge weapon if you've got a kicker who can hit that 30 to 40-yard field goal. And the Cardinals, a long drive, took not as much time as you would think for how many plays were. There were so many flags on that drive that it really only took a little less than 3 minutes off the clock. But it ends with Coon Rapids points. Findlay from 32.
Pushes the Cardinals' lead to 17-6 with 9:03 remaining in the half.
And now Findlay gets to kick from the normal place.
Yeah.
end over end kick taken at the 11-yard line. Out to the 25 and fighting for extra room is Edquist. Is able to stretch out to about the 28.
Cardinals did a nice job that time just making sure they brought him down. A little bit longer field this time for the Rangers to go.
Trap, quick throw, right side, complete to Yearling. Yearling dragged down from behind after a very short gain. Great pursuit by Ethan Tidrow.
Yeah, Tidrow did a really nice job. You know, he's pretty athletic too from that position, the linebacker position, makes plays. He's able to stretch it out for just that 1 yard gain.
Took him high, but made sure to get his shoulders and not his helmet. Legal tackle. Another quick swing pass, this time to the near side, is complete to Quentin Evans, but again, not a lot there, and it'll be third down.
Yeah, nice, just a sure tackle, open field by Ryan Corey.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 5.
Shaking his wrist a little bit as he comes out, but I mean, again, watch the job that he's going to do, getting him low, making sure he holds on. Make it 3rd and 6 for the Rangers. 6-ish.
And a false start will make it 3rd and longer as Sikora definitely jumped early.
False start.
Yeah, and those are just some mental errors.
Number 2, 5-yard penalty.
See Yvonne
Still
Shannon,
third
they're
down.
going to be on some crutches here on the sideline, so we certainly hope that doesn't keep him out long.
Terribly unfortunate to see.
Absolutely. And I'm sure nobody feels worse than that young man right there.
So 3rd and 11 from the 27. Call it 3rd and 10 since it sticks right at the marker. Rolling out and throwing his trap. Incomplete. A bit of contact there, but no flags come as both players were fighting for position. The receiver definitely came back and made first contact with Tarnu.
Well, the key for Tarnu there, he was looking back at the ball, so unless it's very blatant, they're not typically going to call that because both guys have an opportunity, and the Rangers are going to have to kick. I'll tell you, Joe, this will be a interesting offensive drive for Coon Rapids because if they can score again, that really builds up that lead before the break.
And the Rangers will get the first chance on offense after the half, but would definitely like the lead to not get any larger. Trap, good, high, hanging punt. Doe will make the fair catch at his own 42-yard line.
Yeah, good field position. Good job of the defense, aided by a penalty. Well, the one thing Coon Rapids wanted to do is obviously give Jake some opportunities with some quicker throws, and he's had that. But really, more importantly, they've been able to run the football, and I think that really opens up their offense.
Quick pass to Sonny Tao, and he dropped it incomplete. Looking to run before he secured the ball. Well, and we haven't seen them as run heavy as we did in that opening drive, and that opening drive looked great. But we haven't seen as much of that with two backs in the backfield with Van Holzen. But clearly the Rangers also made some adjustments to that quarterback option, keeping the Cardinal play caller in check a little bit better as the game has gone along. Quick pass complete to Tao, comes back, now up and slips, and he's going to be just far enough for the first down, it looks.
Well, I don't know. Let's see where they mark it. Yeah, they gave it to him. See the throw to the outside. Dow does a nice job of just stepping up. And then he's going to just lose his footing, but again, enough to pick up the first down.
Pass is complete this time on the left side and close to another first down. This time it's Joshel Cedillo on the catch.
Yeah, Cedillo. Still coming in and taking some of the time that Avant Shannon would have had.
Second and 1 from the 38. Blitz coming, hit as he threw, and that pass incomplete. Trying to find Cedillo down the left sideline, but excuse me, that was Tommy DeGago down the left sideline. And now 3rd and 1. And a bad snap. Van Holzen able to scoop it back up, but in a ton of trouble. And he is dropped for a loss of 9. It'll be 4th and 10.
Again, that's a tough situation where you get that low snap. Forest Lake coming hard. You can see it again. Yeah, that's snap, not low, but way to his left. And then there's too many white jerseys for him to gain any positive yards, and they're going to have to kick it away.
That's a big stop for Forest Lake, aided by the Cardinal miscue. Tarnu standing at his own 38-yard line to punt this one away. Good high kick back to the near side. The fair catch called for it and made at the 22 by Weston Peterson.
Well, and the Ranger defense did what they needed to do, is to get out of that situation and not allow any additional scores on the board.
First and 10 from the 21-yard line. The Rangers take over, trailing 17-6, just under 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Trap, throws, passes. Nearly picked off. That was right in the bread basket for Shai Williams.
And he
can't
knows it.
believe he missed that interception.
And he knows it.
And Trap, he threw into a trap.
Oh, he really
There were all
did.
kind of black jerseys on that part of the field.
We'll see it again as he's about to get hit as he releases the football. Yeah, and that's right in the, it maybe surprise Shai a little bit, right in this bread basket.
Second and 10 from the 21. Trap rolling to his right. Throws, passes complete to Yearling, and Yearling is going to fall forward and have a first down to the 32.
Good. Trap doing a nice job of rolling to his right, finding Yearling. Right down by Ryan Corey.
pitch goes to Plesky, running left, finds a seam. Positive yardage, and he'll be very close to another first down. I think he has it.
Again, good blocking by Forest Lake. It's just going to be a quick pitch to Plesky, but
and they will give him the first down.
Yeah, good blocking, and then he does a nice job of just cutting in the middle. Gains 13 yards on the play.
So 1st and 10 from the 42. Trap wants to throw left. Good defense by Shai Williams. Went up and made sure there was no way that it was getting through to Peterson.
I like the call at first down. If you get that opportunity to try and get that big gain. But as you mentioned, good coverage defensively by Coon Rapids.
Trap pitches, hitting the backfield and coughing up the football, and the recovery by Miles Taylor. He causes it, and it comes right back to him, and the Cardinals have the ball right back in great field position. They pitched it out to Plesky on the right side, but Taylor was in the backfield with him. Got a hand on the ball, knocked it loose, and it came right back into his belly while he was on the ground.
Yeah, take a look at it here. Just getting past his
It's got a meat hook on it. Plesky trying to hold it. And
this falls right on it. Hey, look what I found. Thank you. Look what I created and look what I found. I mean, great. Just does a nice job of beating the block.
And the Cardinals take over 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line of Forest Lake. 3:35 to play first half. They lead 17-6. Out of the shotgun, play action. With time, Van Holzen now wants to run. In trouble, able to escape and dives forward back around the original line of scrimmage. They're going to give him a short gain.
Yeah, to make a generous yard.
Even close to 2. Ball just inside the 30, 2nd and 9. Quarterback option, keeping it is Van Holzen, and he's dragged down at the 25. It'll be 3rd down and about 4.
He was trying
25.
He was trying to make that decision whether he should pitch it or not, allowing the defense to close in on him. Two of 6 on 3rd downs for Coon Rapids.
Again, the option pitch goes to Doe. Doe gets a good block from Morange, has a first down to the 16-yard line.
That time, the right play call, able to give it back to Doe, and Doe's able to pick up the additional yardage.
First and 10 at the 16. Hand off to Doe, trying to get around the right corner. Forced out of Browns around the 10.
He's a good job of sealing off the edge there. Doe able to pick up some decent yardage. Picks up 4. There you see the numbers so far for the night. 5 carries, 36 yards, and a score for Jordan Doe.
Quarterback keeper left side, and first down close to the 5. It'll be first goal for the Cardinals.
And again, they got plenty of time here. 2 minutes, a little less than 2 minutes left in the half. They've been doing a good job of taking some time off the clock. You're going to see it here. Nice blocking. They're allowing Jake to gain the hole and pick up the first down.
Option right. Fake. And diving into the end zone is Van Hulsen for the 3rd Cardinal touchdown of the evening.
Yeah, when that play is working in terms of the quarterback option, you really keep the defense guessing, and that time a nice fake by Jake, and he's able to take it up the middle for the score. There you see, fake give, drew the defender away from him, and he's able to easily take it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Finley out. Attempt another extra point. This one is up and good. He's 3 for 3, plus a 32-yard field goal. Cardinals lead 24-6.
Yeah, and it all started by a turnover. As you're going to see, the nice move, the fake pitch to Doe. Van Hulsen easily able to take it into the end zone. That was a play before.
Great way so
far. It wasn't
for
63 plays, I guarantee you, to go 31 yards. Took a minute 54 off the clock. A 5-yard score by Jake Van Hulsen.
I'm most impressed by the fact they got 63 snaps off in a minute 54.
Well, you know, when you run that quick offense, it was actually 6 plays.
And now almost a need to score here for Forest Lake. Trailing by 18.
Well, and again, how fired up is the defense going to be to get back out on the field?
Finley, a good booming kick, and that's going to carry to the end zone for a touchback. And we've talked about that in the past too, what a weapon it is to take the opponent's return game out of play. Kick it into the end zone every time, you'll take a touchback.
You definitely will. And they have a long field with a minute 39 to go in this half. Boy, what a difference a week makes in terms of getting your offense going. The Cardinals have been able to get their offense going here tonight against Forest Lake. But it's really been a combination of really good defense and capitalizing on opportunities.
Trapp throwing over the middle, complete to Yearling, a first down to the 36-yard line.
A nice job by Yearling, just cutting across the middle, and a nice throw by Trapp. He's able to find him for the nice gain.
Trapp rolling to his right, pressure coming, scurries, now throws, passes, completes. And they are going to say it's complete. What a catch going to the ground by Zach Gordy. Gets him into Coon Rapids territory at the 46-yard line.
Let's take a look at that and see if that pass was completed. I thought it hit the ground, but we'll see if we can see it again.
Timeout Forest Lake. Their first time out of the half.
That's tough to tell. I think he's able to get his hands. I think he's able to get his hands underneath. I'm not sure if the ball was tough to see if the ball touched the turf.
Well, it's ruled a catch, so that's what matters. Just like earlier, Sonny Tao, that ball may or may not have.
Yeah, let's see if we can see a better angle. We may not
gotten a little grass. Got his hands down.
Still tough. I think he was able to get his hands underneath the football and bring it in. I don't think it touched the turf, but that's tough to say. Nonetheless, you're right, Joe. The officials call it a what stand.
On a timeout by Forest Lake, 59 seconds on the clock. They have it 1st and 10 from the Coon Rapids 46. Trying to cut into this lead before halftime, knowing they'll get the first possession of the third quarter.
Yeah, they would love to come away with points here before the break.
Trapp with an empty backfield now. Drops back, throws right, pass is incomplete.
He's wide
Trying to
open.
hook up with Plesky down the sideline. He was, but the pass off the mark.
Yeah, he knew he missed that one, but he had a receiver wide open. See it again, he's got behind the defense. He kind of padded that ball in extra time and just going to throw it by him.
If he's in stride, that's touchdown.
Yeah. So you see the numbers for Colton Trapp, 6 of 13 for 54 yards here in the first half. Timeout.
And a little
Forest Lake.
confusion on
Yep.
the Forest Lake sideline. They'll take a timeout rather than risk
Timeout,
another
Forest
delay
Lake.
game penalty.
Their second charge, timeout of the half.
Yeah, Trapp in that loss to Tartan had just a shade under a 38% pass rating. Well, if you want to like us, make sure you check us out on Facebook. Get an opportunity. Not only you can see the game on Facebook, but you can follow everything we do at CTN. Facebook.com/CTN Coon Rapids. And watch us live on Facebook.
So now 2nd and 10 from the Coon Rapids 46. Send a man in
there's
motion
movement.
right to left, and that's going to send him back.
Oh, it's got to drive Coach Ferraro nuts.
False start. Offense number 57. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Yeah, and
We'll push him back on their side of midfield now. 1st and 15, 52 ticks remain on the clock. Pitch and a little flea flicker. Plesky throws downfield and way out of bounds, incomplete. Tried to catch the Cardinals sleeping, but the DBs stayed in coverage.
Well, he had to get rid of it too because Ty King was coming after him. I mean, 3rd and 15.
Well, Coon Rapids still has a pocket full of timeouts, so you don't want to give them the ball back with time remaining. But if you don't make it here, you almost have to go for it on 4th down, even at midfield.
You do, but every incomplete pass stops the clock. 1 of 4 on 3rd down for the Rangers.
Up under center is Trapp. Handoff goes to Plesky. He's going to get across midfield, a gain of 2. And they're just forcing the Cardinals to take a timeout before they punt.
Well, the Cardinals should go into this halftime with a healthy
Coon
lead
Rapids.
here at 24-6.
Their first charge, timeout of the half.
We're live on Twitter. Did you know that, Joe Yen? We are
I
now
did. That's
live
pretty
on
cool
Twitter.
stuff.
Yeah, make sure you follow us on Twitter at CTN Coon Rapids.
We are hot and happening.
We are hot and happening. It's good to be us. get an opportunity to talk to Coach at the break, get his thoughts on this first half. Got to be pretty happy, Joe, for the most part, up 24-6.
Trapp to punt from his own 40. So another pretty good punt. Cardinals will run away from it, and it'll take a Forest Lake roll down to the 10-yard line. It'll be down there. And I think you come out and you squat on a football.
Oh, absolutely
and you go to the locker room up big.
Absolutely do.
See if maybe the Cardinals try just one shot down the field.
They could.
Handoff goes to Doe, hit in the backfield, spun off it, goes forward for a short gain. I think that'll about do it for the first half.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Cardinals are going to let the final seconds tick off. They're going to go to the locker room up 24-6 in their home opener. Their first division game of the season, and they have the Rangers in a big hole, 24-6.
Yeah, and it was a great first half for Coon Rapids. You know, they've got to be pretty pleased with their offensive performance here, able to throw the ball a little bit, but run the football as well. And they will take that 24-6 lead into the break and have some positive things to talk about.
Well, we'll find out what's on the coach's mind. And Nick Russin is on the sidelines with our Jen Halverson. Jen.
Coach, you told me earlier today that you wanted to see what tone your O-line could set early on in this game. What did you like about how they set it tonight?
Yeah, I think a much different mentality. Those guys are getting off the football. We're having a lot of success in our run game, and that's all predicated to them. You know, they don't get that glory, but it's a much different mindset that they've come out with, and that's all we've asked for them. So very pleased with how they've played, but we understand it's a 48-minute game. We got another half to go.
Your team's been connecting on all cylinders so far tonight. What areas do you still want to see those improvements?
Yeah, just the little details. Still, you know, taking our right steps, still understanding our routes, our reads. You know, we're having a lot of success with the run game. You know, we don't know if we really want to change much. We're going to go inside. We're going to make adjustments. And if we got shots and things here, we're going to take those shots. But just keep executing, keep doing what we're doing, and still having that success.
And Avant Shannon took a hard fall after that touchdown. What is the status? Will we be seeing him at all tonight?
Yeah, that's still up in the air. You know, he made a great play. You know, obviously had a touchdown there, which was really nice to see. We understand, too, we want him to be healthy for the entirety of the season. So we're going to talk to our trainer, Jeremy, get another read. And if he's good to go, we'll put him in there. If we feel not, then he probably won't come back.
Great. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Back to you, Joe.
All right, thanks, Jen. A big lead for the Cardinals as we hit the break. Stay tuned. More from the Cardinal Sports Complex after this on CTN.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then just follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Keep up with local news, sports, and events, and the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to CTN's live coverage of the Coon Rapids Forest Lake High School football game, where the score at the half is 24-6. Earlier today, Coon Rapids High School kicked off their first Pep Fest of the season. There was the usual great performances by the dance team, the cheerleading squad, the marching band, and the students getting loud with school spirit, especially during the tug of war challenge. But inspirational speaker Kevin Atlas took the floor and shared his personal stories of life challenges and successes that kept the student body hanging on his every word.
Telling you something. 7.5 billion people on this planet, you all have a nub, something you want to change about yourself. ADD, another nub. Dyslexia, another nub. If you own it, you don't have any weaknesses. Own them all, and you won't. If you can own it, the world can too. Listen to that. Because if you can't accept yourself, don't expect anybody in the world to accept you. If you can't learn to love yourself, then why the hell would anyone else love you?
CTN Journal with Jennifer Anderson will have a special interview with Kevin Atlas that will debut next Friday, September 13th at 6 p.m.
Pretty impressive story. A man born with the one nub he talked about, went on to play Division I basketball and playing some pro ball overseas as well. Brought that message to the students this afternoon. A great way to get them inspired. I don't know that that's had anything to do with what has happened on the field, but definitely an inspired first half from the home team.
It really has been, and if it had his message had anything to do with that, that's great. But yeah, the Cardinals came out in this game knowing that they really had to shake off the rust from last week, and they've really done so. They've done a nice job, a combination of keeping the ball on the ground and mixing it with some passing, and their defense has played extremely well.
Yeah, moving the ball on the ground has been a big key for the Cardinals. Weren't able to get the running game going at all in game one against St. Thomas Academy. They've put 2 across the goal line on the ground in the first half, and a number of different guys getting it done. And on the flip side, Miles Taylor, what a first half. You see the sack there. He had a fumble, forced fumble and recovery later that led to another score. And there was the play where we saw
Von Shannon.
Where we saw Von Shannon get hurt as he scored the touchdown. Huge return for Plesky that set up the only score of the evening so far for Forest Lake. Diving in for the score was Colton Trapp. 32-yard field goal for Alex Findlay mixed into the scoring for the Cardinals. He's 3 for 3 for extra points, and then there's the strip and the recovery for Miles Taylor that set up the final score of the first half for the Cardinals. This one coming courtesy of the quarterback, Jake Van Holzen, on the option. The option has looked really good, and they've been able to get all 3 guys involved out of the backfield. It's been fun to watch, and they've thrown the ball a little bit, not too much, but enough that it's going to keep Forest Lake guessing as to what they're bringing at them.
Well, you know, and that's important coming out here because Forest Lake will take the ball to start. There you see the yardage for both squads. 112 yards on the ground, 90 through the air, 202 yards of offense compared to last week, Joe Young. That's a huge improvement. And then you look at the numbers for Forest Lake, not able to establish anything on the ground, -3 yards rushing and then 54 yards through the air. 10 first downs for Coon Rapids, 6 for Forest Lake. The only negative for Coon Rapids in that first half, 7 penalties, 55 yards. That's something they want to clean up.
Most definitely, and both teams obviously penalized way too much in that first half, but a great half defensively for the Cardinals, and the offense, they've done enough certainly to have a comfortable lead, but still a lot of football left to be played as we get ready to kick off for the second half.
Yeah, no question about that, Joe, and as we talked about, they get the ball first. I think it's imperative for Forest Lake to drive the field and get a score, because if they can't get one here and this defense comes out and stops them, Cardinal offense will do a nice job, hopefully, and continue to keep things moving forward.
Well, and down on the field is Jen Halverson. She's with Forest Lake's Coach Ferraro. Jen?
Number of tough penalties in the first half on your team. What did you tell your team at the half to refocus them mentally going into the second?
Just exactly that refocus. We made some mistakes. We did a few things that aren't us, and we got to get our composure back, and we need to play.
The Coon Rapids offensive line has been finding all the holes in your defense tonight. What did you adjust at the half to tell your team to basically shut them down and take out their offensive threats?
Well, for the most part, I don't know if their line did, their quarterback and the running back, they're getting outside of us. So they're not really doing things inside, and we're just saying play your position.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Back to you, Joe.
All right, Jen, thank you so much. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with the third quarter kickoff after this. You're watching live high school football on CTN.
By how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Nick Russin has to feel pretty good on his home debut. His team up 24-6 as we get ready to start the second half.
My coach says to his team, just keep the tenor of the same thing here in that first half. Do what you were doing in that first half here in the second and continue to dominate on both sides of the ball, and they'll get their first win of the season.
Well, a little different schedule for the Cardinals this year. The Suburban Blue went from 4 teams the previous 2 seasons to 7 teams this year. So the opener against St. Thomas Academy, the only non-conference game. And you always want to pick a good team to play. They certainly did. Last year's state runners-up. And while they took the horns when they messed with the Bull, they came in ready to play here tonight and get a big bounce back. Yearling muffs it, picks it up at the 15, trying to get back and finds a hole in the middle, cuts back across, and Findlay with a big tackle just shy of the 40. Flag comes in late.
Well, if they call,
I think they're going to call it face mask,
and
I don't think it was
face
at
mask.
all.
It was not even
he
close.
grabbed shoulder pads.
Yeah, that's a bad call.
That's
if
a
that's
good,
what it
strong
is.
kid in the kicker.
We'll see it again. I mean, and the back judge threw the flag.
Oh, he did get the back of the helmet. That's a no-no. That'll add to the return.
Well, they're continuing with too many penalties in that first half for Coon Rapids, and they start another penalty here to start the second.
Personal foul, face mask.
We call it face mask. I don't think he grabbed his face mask.
Grabbed the player by the back
of the helmet is
15-yard penalty.
Considered a face mask as well.
Yeah.
And he clearly got the back of the helmet as Yearling cuts back across.
Well, did he pull him down with the helmet? Then if that's the case, I get that.
1st and 10 from the Coon Rapids 45-yard line. Out of the pistol is Colton Trapp. Handoff, and Miles Taylor he
fooled you.
Kept it. He did. Taylor threw Yearling down for what would have been a loss, but instead it was Trapp picking up 5 off the left side, making 6 to the 39-yard line.
Well, again, good field position for Forest Lake to start their first drive here in the second, and exactly what Coach Ferraro and his squad were looking for. Now they just have to finish.
2nd and 4 from the 39. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Out of the backfield is Plesky up the middle as a first down to the Coon Rapids 32-yard line.
And I think Coach Ferraro even taught his message too with the team, just let's win that battle at the point of attack. Let's fire off the ball offensively, open up some holes for this running game.
Well, now they're going to go no offense and keep the Coon Rapids defense on its toes. Handoff again to Plesky up the middle. Again, a good solid gain down to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to continue to go no huddle.
Second and 4 from the 25. Handoff goes to Plesky again up the middle. This time a short gain. It'll bring up 3rd and about 2.
Ty King on the tackle for Coon Rapids.
And now they want to huddle up before the big 3rd down.
Third and a long yard.
Trap, quick throw, complete to Yearling on the right. He's wrapped up and dropped immediately. It'll bring up 4th down.
Good job by the defense, just pursuit of the ball carrier. And Corey on the tackle. And Ryan Corey's been favoring his left wrist a little bit, but he's staying in the action. So the quick throw to the outside, he fought off a block to make the tackle.
4th and 1 right here for
Yep. You can see that right
Forest
wrist
Lake.
wrapped.
Plesky, or Trap rather, will go up under center. Yearling and Plesky in the backfield. Rolling out and in trouble, immediately dropped for a loss is Trap, and a turnover on downs by the Forest Lake Rangers.
Yeah, I guess just good hustle on defense. They didn't
David
weren't fooled by
Jeebley
that.
is so quick.
Yeah.
He was behind in the backfield before the fake was finished, and by the time Trap picked up his head,
Well, there's no blockers
he was
on
being
him.
tackled.
Yeah, there's nobody to block him there, and
It was Ethan Tidrow coming from the near side.
Yeah.
So Coon Rapids will take over 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Looking to increase their lead into this second half. Out of the shotgun, Van Holzen. Handoff goes to Jordan Doe. Tries to find a seam. Not much there. Gain of a little less than a yard, maybe. It was forward progress, just not much.
Nope.
Cardinal fans fired up. They've had plenty to cheer about so far. 2nd and 9 for their team here, leading 24-6. Handoff on the sweep goes to Doe, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. Another short gain will set up 3rd and long.
That time, again, the defense did a good job of stringing it along, and as you mentioned, 3rd and long situation for the Cardinals. You see they made some adjustments defensively, have Forest Lake, and trying to keep that running game in check for Coon Rapids.
Bubble screen goes to Sonny Tao on the other side. He ran into traffic and thrown down for no gain, and Coon Rapids will go 3 and out.
Yeah, that's a big defensive stop for the Rangers. Again, you just failed on a 4th and short situation to turn the ball over on downs, and then you hold them to a 3 and out. That's a pretty good series for that Ranger defense.
Edquist and Peterson, the return men for Forest Lake, standing just on their side of midfield, awaiting the kick. High snap brought down by Tarnu, gets it away. Fair catch made by Peterson at the Coon Rapids 48-yard line.
Good field position again now for Forest Lake to start their second drive here in this second half.
Well, both of them starting it in plus territory.
Yep.
You gotta love that.
Exactly.
This one not quite as good as the last. 47 versus the 45. But you're certainly not going to complain about those two.
No,
yards.
when you get that kind of field position to start drives, especially here on the road, that's a great opportunity for you. But now, I mean, obviously you have to capitalize on those when you get those opportunities.
Well, they were able to get going on their opening drive, but then ran out of steam as they got in close. Came up short on a 4th down. Handoff goes to Plesky, fought through the line and dives forward for a pretty decent gain down to the 42-yard line. Gain of 5.
Yeah, again, doing a good job of winning that battle at the point of attack. You're gonna see him come off the ball and open up a hole, a small one as it is, but he's able to squeeze through and gain some positive yards.
Hand off, Plesky again, this time wrapped up and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. That's TJ Hawkins with the tackle. That's a lot of human.
That's a big young man as he's able to muscle him to the ground.
You don't run through a guy that size.
No.
3rd and 5. Play action rolling out is trapped. The pass is incomplete, right into the hands of Quentin Evans, but he wasn't able to bring it in.
Well, now you have a decision to make if you're Forest Lake. You go for it on 4th down. I don't think you do, and now the punting team is coming out.
Well, and this is where having your quarterback also handle your punting becomes definitely something that defenses are going to have to be aware of, because we've seen Colton Trapp. He's a good athlete. He's got speed. And if he can catch him backing up too much, a fake punt could keep something going. But it looks like they will punt this one away, and they do. And Trapp nearly had it blocked, trying to drop it down. And wow, what an effort by Yearling. Oh, it wasn't Yearling. I thought it's Lawrence Bowe getting down there trying to keep it out of the end zone, but unsuccessfully. So Coon Rapids will take over on the 20.
Yeah, he tried to hustle down there to keep it in bounds, but unfortunately could not. See it again as he's just trying to keep it in bounds. Foot touched the line.
First and 10 from their 20. Handoff goes to Jeebly. Cuts back, found it. The smallest of seams. He's not a very big guy.
No,
you don't need a very big hole.
He's quick.
And he's so quick. Gains 5.
They see him again. Just nice job of changing direction. And you're right, just a little bit of a seam. And he's able to take it for additional yardage as we have a injured Ranger.
I didn't see what happens. Maybe just a cramp, hopefully. It's a hot and humid night.
Yeah, I think it is a hot, humid night.
Oh, after a couple of days that were pretty cool.
Well, I'm going through the weather maps earlier. It's going to get cool tomorrow. Just doing a little heads up for the weekend.
So you've got plans. Am I going to stay dry, Shapiro?
Well,
that's what everyone wants to know.
Tomorrow you will. Sunday maybe not.
Do I have to worry about shoveling?
You will not have to worry about shoveling.
That's a good thing.
That is a good thing. Just bring your galoshes just in case.
It's not that far away. So 2nd and 5 now for the Cardinals, out of the shotgun with a pair of backs. And they go to that quarterback option, and that one didn't quite work out. And in trouble is Van Holzen. He's going to be swallowed up for a big loss.
Yeah, they've made those adjustments on that quarterback option. We saw Coon Rapids in that first half do a pretty good job on it, but the defense for Forest Lake made those adjustments, and Jake not able to do anything. They had a good job of bottling him up.
Loss of 4, 3rd and 9. Well, it looked like he wanted to pitch to Doe and then realized that Doe was pretty much right in his hip pocket. And then things got kind of jammed up and a bunch of Rangers swarmed in. It's a 4-yard loss, 3rd and 9. Van Holzen with time now rolls to the left, now wants to run, makes a man miss, and he will be stopped short after a gain of about 7, but still a 4th and 2 will mean a punting situation.
Yeah, he had some open field, but he just couldn't get it, stretch it far enough to move the chains. You're going to see it here as he's going to roll. Look at in the pocket, didn't see anything. He's going to roll out to his left trying
nice
to
move right there.
Yeah, I thought it was a very nice move. Tried to fake him in terms of thinking he was going to throw a pass, try and buy himself an extra couple yards, but he just couldn't get it to the chain.
Tarnu standing just inside his own 15-yard line to punt it away again. Good snap and a good boot. And bobbled it on the other end, and the ball comes out. And a lot of black jerseys there. We'll see who ends up holding on. But that ball definitely came out. Looks like Forest Lake will retain possession, and they will.
They're fortunate.
Yeah, and that was an up and down thing for Tarnu last week. Had a couple of just absolutely miserable punts, and then he booted one like 65 yards. And that one's one you're better off just letting it go, clearing the space. Good strip there by Ryan Garlick. Yep. And you see it was behind, sitting on it was Edquist. But fortunately for him, Gabriel Brisbois able to fall on top of it. So 3:08 remaining here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 39. The Forest Lake Rangers trail the Cardinals 24-6. Empty backfield for Trapp on first down. Looks to his left, now chased and in trouble. Ball comes out. Cardinals scoop it up. Tripped up after taking it to the 20 is Ty King. And a huge turnover for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and again, just the fact that not holding on to the ball. We've seen this a little bit too much from Forest Lake here tonight. Almost lost position on that punt, and you're going to see just a great pursuit there. And Ty King's picking that ball up, and he sees green in front of him.
Bernard Hibbler with the strip sack, and King right there to scoop it up and get the ball right back for the Cardinals in plus territory at the 20-yard line.
Getting congratulations from his teammates for the strip.
Van Holzen's pitch is behind Doe. Doe's just got a fall on it, and he wasn't able to. The ball's still loose. And the Cardinals turn it right back over.
That just wasn't a good decision by Jake to pitch that ball. There were too many defenders around him to pitch it. And he just tried to get a little bit out of trouble, and that's an unfortunate situation for Coon Rapids, who had just got a turnover of their own. Giant bugs attacking Harley up here in the booth. There you see it, and again, that's just an ill-advised
pitch. Well, it's a good pitch just to
Doe
behind
didn't think he was
him,
gonna,
unfortunately.
No, Doe didn't think, I don't think he thought he was going to pitch it.
Either way, 1st and 10 from the 34 for Forest Lake. Back-to-back turnovers on back-to-back plays. Quick out to Edquist.
That's coming back.
That was Yearling, rather. He had a nice gain, but a flag on the play.
Yeah, that's on Forest Lake. Yeah, you're going to see the hold.
What
hold
block in the back?
Right there.
Oh, and the hold there.
And the hold.
Illegal block in the back. Offense number 9.
There's the block in the back
what
before that
Yep.
they're
Spot
calling.
of the foul. Replay first down.
10-yard spot foul, so 1st and 12 from the 32. Trapp with the give inside to Plesky, who stretches out to the 35, a gain of 3.
You talked about the Cardinal faithful here having a good time, lot to celebrate here so far this evening. Cardinal Nation is having a good night.
Well, not much happening here in this third quarter. One semi-sustained drive that petered out for Forest Lake to start, and then a couple straight 3-and-outs. Then a back-to-back turnovers, and now on 2nd and 9, the throw complete to Yearling. He's got a nice gain, and this time no flag on the field. He'll have the first down out to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, again, good blocking, good job turning upfield to pick up plenty of yardage to keep this drive alive.
Gain of 12. Ball placed on the 47. Down to the final 90 seconds of this third quarter. Handoff inside to Yearling. He stood up immediately. Ryan Garlick was the first to make contact at his ankles and just held him there for the troops to arrive. No gain.
And the clock continues to move. As we're under a minute in the third quarter.
Time definitely favoring the Cardinals with an 18-point lead. Rangers need 3 scores. Rolling left is Trapp, throws on the run, pass is complete, and that'll be another first down to Austin Burgum.
Again, that was a nice running throw as he rolls to his left. Being pursued by a defender, able to get rid of it, throws a nice strike. You're going to see Garlick coming up from behind, but he's able to deliver the ball on target.
First down at the Coon Rapids 42-yard line. Trapp drops back, throws over the middle. Ball's tipped by Garlick, intended for Yearling in the middle of 4 Cardinal defenders.
Yeah, very ill-advised pass, and we'll take another look at that. Antonio Manos just sitting back there waiting for that, and that may have been his ball, and I think he was a little upset. He may have picked that one off. But you gotta make a play on the ball. You can't see your teammate behind you, and Garlick did a nice job of tipping it away.
Second and 10, and the buzzer sounds. It'll be 2nd and 10 when we start the fourth quarter. As we go to the break, it's Coon Rapids 24, Forest Lake 6. You're watching live high school football on CTN.
Please put 6.4 seconds back on the clock.
Because it was an incomplete pass.
Started the clock after an incomplete pass.
Was mistakenly ticked down. So we have one more play here in the third quarter.
Coach Rustin getting an explanation from one of our officials.
I mean, there's no question last play was an incomplete pass. If there was any time on the clock, it should have been restored. As 6.4 seconds put back. In trouble and sacked. Back on his side of midfield was Trapp. Jeebly and King were both there. And again, Jeebly just so fast into the backfield.
That is now the end of the
And
third
now
quarter.
I think the Forest Lake sideline really wishes it would have been the end of the third quarter. Now we go to the end of the third and into the fourth, and they're going to be facing a huge third down when we return. Coon Rapids up 24-6 on CTN.
We scored? Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
All smiles on the home sideline as the Cardinals have a 24-6 lead. Alex Findlay
Nice
has
sweet
some
moves,
fun.
Alex.
He's got some moves. He's fun to watch on the sideline. He's having a nice game. He's 3 for 3 on extra points plus a 32-yard field goal. His team's take to a 24-6 lead as we start the fourth quarter. Forest Lake, after a huge sack by David Jeebley, his second of the evening. And it will be 3rd and 19 from the 49. And now needing 3 scores. Almost the whole field is 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And we'll see. I think we'll see this defense come at him hard here.
Well, the Coon Rapids offense has not looked good.
Nope. In
that third quarter. 2 3-and-outs and then the fumble on the first play. Pass is nearly picked off. Again, good coverage. A couple guys there, Ryan Corey and Joseph Tarnu. Tarnu nearly had the pick. And I think 4th and 19 at your side of the 50, you have to punt.
They are punting.
Obviously, and you have to hope that you can get the ball back quickly. Trap to punt again, standing at his own 37-yard line. Good high punt. Doe makes the fair catch at the 20-yard line.
Well, and you made a valid point, Joe, in terms of, well, they've got to kick it here and hope they get it back quick. The way that the Ranger defense has played here in the second half, they've done a nice job of pressuring Coon Rapids and keeping out of their game plan what was made successful in that first half.
Well, in Coon Rapids, you got to think it'll come out there. They've run the ball effectively, and here's the time you really want to be able to do that.
Yep.
Keep that clock running.
Well, you'd really like to put up another score here in the second half.
Oh, absolutely. Put it absolutely out of reach. Quarterback keeper all the way. Van Holzen can't find much room. Back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And this is what Forest Lake is banking on, is just a quick 3-and-out from Coon Rapids. And again, you put them in 2nd and long now in this situation.
Van Holzen pulls it back from Jeebley. Stiff arm gets him to the corner, but not a lot there. He's going to gain maybe 3, and it'll be 3rd down. Fourth and 6 from the 24. 3rd and 6. Don't make it worse than it is. Swing pass to Jordan Doe out of the backfield. Forest Lake was ready for it. Gain of a yard will bring up 4th down, and it will be a 3-and-out for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and an unfortunate 3-and-out for Coon Rapids. They really didn't gain much in terms of positive yardage. And
well, and by the time they punted it away, maybe 90 seconds off the clock. Tarnu standing at his own 11. High snap, brings it down, gets it off, and a booming kick will take a Coon Rapids roll. It's always nice. I was just talking about it. He had a couple of miserable punts last week, and then a 65-yarder. When he gets the boot in it,
he does.
He can flip the field in a hurry, and they needed it, and he did it.
Well, yeah, but you talked about Finley having a nice game. He's having a good game punting too as well. So Your special teams are so important, such an important part of your game. We have 10:08 remaining in this ball game.
$55-yard punt right there. Down to at the 20. Play action, Trap in some trouble, but able to step up and find a hole, make positive yardage out to the 27-yard line. 2nd and 3.
Yeah, the defense closed pretty quick, but Trap did a nice job of stepping up and able to pick up some nice yardage.
Second and 3 from the 27. Rangers have slowed down the pace a little bit. More important to get things right. Every snap so crucial. Trailing by 18 in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, looking for the first points by any team of this second half.
Quick swing pass to the right side is complete, and a first down for Quentin Evans.
Again, just a quick little throw to the outside. Make sure you get your yardage to pick up your first down. The clock continues to run with 9:10 remaining.
1st and 10 now, ball at the 36. Handoff, Plesky swallowed up immediately and held to no gain. A swarm of Cardinals, they're going to say even give him a loss on the play, about a half a yard.
Well, I'm not sure if, didn't look like it was a timeout call, but the clock is stopped. Oh, there it goes.
Second and 10. Trap throws right, is complete, and a big first down again to Quentin Evans.
Again, a nice throw from Trap to Evans and hit him in stride. Able to pick up some nice yardage, though. They're threatening here on this drive. The great protection up front, just a nice soft toss over the defense.
35 yards on the catch and run. Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't Quentin Evans, it was Weston Peterson. Play action and thrown to the turf in the backfield again is Trap.
That's Ty King. Again, that's Ty King, and he's had a really nice game. He's been really a disruptive force on that defensive front for Coon Rapids. You're going to see it again.
As soon as the fake was done, didn't fake him.
Nope.
Not at all. A loss of, it's a pretty generous spot at the 33, but a loss of 4. It brings up 2nd and 14.
That's his second sack of the night.
The Cardinals have definitely been around Trap a lot. Man in his face as he throws this one away, and that pass is caught along the sidelines by Weston Peterson for another first down.
Well, Trap did a nice job of standing under the pressure. Miles Taylor was coming after him, and he was able to stand there and release the ball and get that throw off. And
1st and goal, ball right at the 10-yard line. Quick pass, incomplete. Tried the quick slant to Gordy on the right side.
Oh, we have a Cardinal down on the field. Can't tell who that is.
Timoni Santiago Taylor.
Yeah, we certainly hope he's okay, but initially doesn't look good. But Russell going to take a jog out to check on his player.
Yeah, we talked about already with Devon Shannon
and
on the sidelines.
Yep, he's been
and,
sitting on the
hopefully, hopefully we'll not miss more than the rest of tonight's contest. But certainly a concern, and anybody that you lose is so big when your numbers and your depth is not as great as you would like. But you never want to see anybody go down with injury, especially an injury that's going to
oh, that's good. He's putting some weight
longer
on it.
than.
Seems to be all right for the most part.
Definitely compared to how Von Shannon came off the field.
Yeah, Von's has been
Next
sitting on that
man up.
table since he's been out. Had some ice on it. Now you saw the crutches next to him. And make sure he doesn't put any weight on it.
So it'll be second and goal from the 10. Cardinals are asking why, after the injury timeout, how the Forest Lake coaches can all be on the field talking to their quarterback and taking time getting back to the line of scrimmage, but no flags coming, and Trapp will hand off to Plesky. Plesky bounces left, looking for room. He'll get to the corner and to the end zone. Touchdown, Forest Lake.
Yeah, and again, that was all aided by some nice blocking up front and then able to spring him to the outside. And Forest Lake, the first team to score here in half number 2. There you see, a good blocking up front, plenty of room. He's able to use his speed to get to the corner, turn it into a score.
6:56 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. A 2-point conversion attempt upcoming. Plesky did have a 2-point conversion last week against Tartan in the loss. Handoff goes to Plesky. This is not going to be converted. He's swallowed up quickly by a horde of Cardinals.
Please reset the game clock to 6:48.
Good stop on the 2-point attempt, but Rangers able to get the touchdown on a nice drive as they cut into this lead for Coon Rapids.
And you've got to imagine an onside kick upcoming.
Please reset the game clock to 6:48.
Although with the way the defense has played, if you can hold Coon Rapids deep and get them 3 and out again.
Hey, so just again,
need to score 2 more times.
Eight plays, 80 yards, took 3:12 off the clock.
It's the best consistent drive of the contest for either team.
Yep. Plesky capping it off a 10-yard run. Anytime you can average 10 yards a play, that's pretty good.
Josh Schickschling will kick it away. Handled from the 18 and out to the 25, where it's downed by Ryan Garlick.
Well, you mentioned the play of the Forest Lake defense here in the second half. They've stymied the offense from Coon Rapids, and they're looking for a quick 3 and out here as you mentioned, as they're trailing by a couple of scores.
No first downs in the second half for the Coon Rapids offense. Trying to change that here and secure this victory. Handoff goes to Doe on the sweep. Doe can't find an edge and will be stopped for no gain, maybe even a short loss.
Well, Coach Farrar talked about it at the break. Stay in your lanes on defense. Just make sure you can do that and make the play, and that's what Forest Lake has been doing. They tried to string that out, but they did a nice job. There you see what Coon Rapids has done in the second half. 3 punts and a fumble.
All 3 punts on 3 and outs, and the fumble on the first play of the drive, right after they had gotten the big turnover from Forest Lake. Handoff goes to Jeebly. Jeebly using his speed to get outside. Great block downfield. Will get him enough for the first down.
That was Garlick. And that's a big.
Is that Sonny Tao on the run?
No, that was Garlick.
Oh, it was Garlick on the run. It was Sonny Tao on the block.
On the block, yeah. Garlick's taking it around. And we talked about Garlick's speed. He's able to gain the edge and pick up the first down, and that was huge. There you saw Sonny Tao on the edge, just making sure his man couldn't get to Ryan Garlick.
1st and 10 from the 38. Handoff goes to Garlick running left. Garlick cannot find the corner this time and will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, they just tried to string that out, but the defense did a nice job of pursuing laterally to the ball. Able to stop him, but importantly, make sure he stays in bounds as that clock continues to move. Approaching the 5-minute mark remaining in the contest.
Garlick again wrapped up quickly, falls forward to the 40, gain of 2, but it's 3rd and 8.
Six carries, 29 yards so far in the night for Ryan Garlick. A timeout cut by Coon Rapids. They took too long to get that play in.
And that's okay. They're burning clock, which is almost as important as gaining yards at this point. Wait until the final second, call the timeout. Make sure you got the right play in on 3rd down. You definitely would love to have the first down, but most importantly, you need to keep that clock running.
Hey, we're also live on YouTube, Joe Young.
What?
In case you didn't know.
What?
The YouTube.
We're
live on the YouTube.
On the YouTube?
Get everything that we do on YouTube. You can get live, of course. You can get our replays. CTN Studios. It's all we do on a lot of platforms. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
We're everywhere.
We're all over the place.
We're like Savoir Faire. Oh, there you go. Circle me, Howie. We have a circling ability. Can he get it done before it's on a screen? Can it happen?
It's not working.
It doesn't. It's broken. It only works when Josh Udvig.
No, I've done it a couple of times, Nate. There you see the numbers for Jake Van Hulsen. 9 of 15, 92 yards in that throw in the first half.
Van Hulsen looks to throw. Incomplete, looking for Sonny Tao. Sonny Tao had room. He came back and
he slipped.
Just slipped a little bit coming back to the ball. And unfortunately, that stops the clock. But a good play call. Tao was definitely open, but not able to get back to the ball. And it's 4th down. Tarnu to punt. Cardinals would love to see him get off another big boomer. High snap over his head. Able to bring it down and get off a pretty good punt considering. And this one's not going to take a favorable bounce, but Ryan Corey right there to grab it. Still a lot for Forest Lake to try and make up now. 3:52 remaining. They need 2 scores.
Yeah, and again, they've actually won the second half so far, but they were in a pretty big hole coming into out of the break. But give credit to Turner. Did a great job of recouping
unbelievable.
That and getting the kickoff.
That's normally, a bad snap like that is normally a loss of yardage and just falling on it, but does a great job to not only pick it back up, but then get off a pretty decent boot.
Well, he really did.
On 1st down, Trapp rolling out, throwing, incomplete. Looking for Austin Burgum, who was well covered down the left sideline.
Trapp, a little ginger as he gets up, maybe just a little bit of a leg cramp. Yeah, you can see him just trying to lift that left foot up, trying to get rid of that cramp in his left leg.
Trapp, quick throw to the right. Coming back, trying to make the catch was Gordy, but incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, he turned in front of the defense, and now Trapp is down. It's a cramp again. They're trying to work that out. His teammates. We'll see after the Miles Taylor's going to put him to the turf. And he immediately grabs at his leg with the cramp.
They would have rather the trainer did not have to come on the field, because that means their quarterback has to leave for at least one play. And it's a big 3rd down right here.
It is. 3rd and 10. And they hope to get them, if they can't complete it here, they hope to get him back for another play. Number 9's in, Joe.
Caleb Casa, the backup quarterback, will come in and take the snap on 3rd and 10. Casa, straight drop, has some time, moves to his right, now throws, pass is incomplete. Intended for Bo on the far side, good coverage on the play. Yeah. It'll be 4th and long.
And they're still working on Trapp, so he's not coming in this play. So that leaves it up to Casa. You can see him still trying to work that cramp out.
Casa, straight drop, rolls to his right, in some trouble, throws, the pass is complete, and that'll be a 1st down to Weston Peterson.
Right, it's a big play as Trapp is back into the game.
Huge play right there.
Casa did a nice job. Wasn't the prettiest pass in the world, but it got there.
It accomplished the mission.
Yes, it
11-yard gain. Trap in some trouble. Scampers back to his right, finds a little bit of time and throws it away just before he's taken to the turf by King again. And there you see him trying to work out that cramp right away.
Yeah, Ty King has been all over the field tonight. A couple of sacks, but he's been disruptive on that defensive side of the ball. You see big number 44 and coming to your pictures, he got a hit on Trap.
Second and 10 from their 44. And Casa back in. Casa rolls and then is sacked. And a big loss. It's Miles Taylor wrapping up the quarterback again.
Yeah,
timeout, Forest Lake.
Yeah, another sack for Coon Rapids. A couple from Miles Taylor, a couple from Ty King.
Loss of 6, 3rd and 16.
You're not gonna keep Miles Taylor quiet very long.
Well, you might not want to roll to his side.
I know.
Without double teaming it.
Again, he did a great job of fighting off a block. And they had to obviously call that timeout in this situation. 3rd and 16 with 2:55 remaining.
Much of the Forest Lake crowd has already headed for it, the other corner of the Metro.
2 of 10 on 3rd down.
And this one a 3rd and very long. Casa hands off, in trouble as Plesky gets away, but then is tracked down and taken down back at the 33-yard line, losing some more yardage. Great pursuit by Bernard Hibbler.
We've seen Hibbler make a couple of plays as well. You're going to see just a good job. They didn't get the face mask call, but they probably should have. As he grabbed the mask.
I don't know that there's any probably on that.
Yeah, they probably should have.
Definitely should have. Loss of 5 more, so that's up 4th and 21.
That's 4th and a whole bunch.
It is not 4th and 2.
Nope.
They haven't calculated it in on the scoreboard yet, so it shows up at 4th and 2. It's 4th and 21. Casa throwing over the middle, nearly picked off by Taylor, who was running stride for stride with Yearling. Yearling was double covered from the time he left the line of scrimmage. There was no chance of getting that pass in there. And a turnover on downs, and Coon Rapids can pretty much run out the clock from here.
They can with a $1:53 remaining. And this defense again has played so well.
Van Holzen on the keeper, finds a decent hole and gets across the 29, the 30 to the 29, make it to 28, gain of 5.
He's walking a little gingerly himself after that play.
Second and 5, Cardinals sucking the time off the clock. Handoff goes to Jordan Doe. He's wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for a gain of a yard, but under a minute remaining in this contest. Well, they gave him progress all the way to the 25, a gain of 3. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now they'll get off one more play. 3 of 11 on 3rd down for the Cardinals, but that's pretty much inconsequential at this point with 25 seconds remaining in the game and up by 2 scores.
Faking the give and taking it for a first down as Van Holzen dives forward to the 20, and that, once the chains have moved, should do it.
Yep. So that man right there will get his first win as a high school varsity head coach.
And a good win for his team.
It really was a good win.
You know, obviously, you're going to see some things you need to work on. Can't be too pleased with your offensive production in the second half. But you get away with a win. You got a running game developed that you didn't see at all last week. You definitely still want to see a lot of things get better.
You do.
Next week, you're on the road at Spring Lake Park. But now you've got a little bit of momentum. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with some reaction and some wrap-up after this. You're watching live high school football on CTN.
Stay connected to what's happening in your community by watching CTN Update, with a new episode every Friday at 5 p.m. From your local city and county government to what's happening in our schools, to interesting stories on the people and events here at home, we've got it all covered. CTN Update, keeping you connected to your community.
Nice hands, drives and scores. Picked him off beautifully. The Cardinals Sports Complex, a happy home team as they get their first win of the season in their home opener and their division opener. Down on the sidelines with one of the stars of the game is Jen Halverson. Jen?
Miles, you had 2 sacks tonight, and you seemed unwavered throughout the entirety of the game. What was your mentality coming into tonight's season opener?
I didn't feel like their tackles were anything special compared to last week. Last week they had a Kansas commit, so I felt like I was going up against him very well. So I seen them on film, and I just seen they had certain tendencies that I could pick up on throughout the game so that I can make myself in a better position to make a play.
New head coach, Coach Russin, told me that if you guys just believe in each other, come together as a team and trust each other, that there's something great there. How was the trust connecting on the field tonight?
Man, I love my guys. I mean, we all work hard every day in the summer to come out here and do what we did tonight. I think Jake had a fantastic game at quarterback, and that really helped our offense get their confidence in our offensive line and really helped us get some drives going.
How special was this win under a new head coach, kicking off your 3rd new head coach in 4 years on your season opener?
It's the first one for him, so we're just going to keep racking them up for him.
Perfect, thank you. Congrats. Joe, back to you.
Thank you, Jen. And a show of solidarity at center field by the Coon Rapids and Forest Lake teams. Not a lot of action in the second half. Forest Lake's defense, give them credit for the adjustments. First half, though, Coon Rapids got their running game going early, and they were able to put some points on the board. Jordan Doe opens the scoring with a 17-yard touchdown run. And then before the end of the first quarter, they were able to get another one. There's a look at one of Miles' sacks. Was a 40-yard connection from Jake Van Holzen to Von Shannon. Unfortunately, Shannon injured on the play. Would not see the field again. A big return for Plesky in the second quarter. Allowed them to get on the board. A touchdown run from their quarterback, Colton Trapp. 32-yard field goal from Alex Finley kept Coon Rapids in front by 11. And then there's the strip and the recovery for Miles Taylor. That led to another touchdown, this one by Jake Van Holzen. Put them up 24-6. But second half, really, they didn't have anything going, and Forest Lake able to cut into that lead, but not able to really threaten that strongly.
Well, give credit to Forest Lake for making the adjustments on the defensive side of the ball to really stop Coon Rapids offensively. But I think the credit goes to the defense of Coon Rapids.
Most definitely, no question about it.
They were played so well.
This defense is fun to watch, and they just kept coming at this Forest Lake offense. Colton Trapp is in need of a sauna, a hot tub, a jacuzzi, a ice bath.
He definitely he's
had a rough night.
He really has. I mean, he's been swarmed by that defense, and they're so aggressive and so quick and so athletic. They do such a nice job of pressuring, and they really, you win the battle at the point of attack in that on the defensive end, and they get their first win of the season.
And the first win of the career for head coach Nick Russin. He is down on the sidelines with Jen. Jen?
Coach, it was your first win of your head coaching career here in the Coon Rapids football program. How special does this one feel right off the get-go?
Yeah, it always feels good to get that first one. But, really to me, obviously, the win goes to our record, but the boys get all the credit. They're the ones that come out there. They executed the game plan. Kind of a tough second half, but they stayed tough, and that's what we talked about as a football team. So I'm just proud of them. I'm proud of them for playing 48 minutes. I'm proud of them for staying in it. And it does get that first win, but again, it's about the team. It's about those boys. So we'll use it, and we'll use it going next forward.
You told me earlier you wanted to see Jake Van Holzen playing with more confidence tonight. What was your take on his performance after tonight's game?
Yeah, I thought his decisions were great. I think his mentality was much different. I think he had a great week of practice, which played into this game. And I think you saw a little bit, wasn't afraid to kind of throw it around, sling it around a little bit. So that's just what we need from Jake, just to kind of trust his reads, trust the guys up front doing their job, and obviously we'll just kind of keep this thing rolling and hopefully can get into that end zone a little bit more next time.
Great, congrats on the win, Coach.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Jen. And there's a look at the numbers. A much better second half offensively for Forest Lake. But the important number at the very top, doubling up the Rangers' score, Coon Rapids 24-12.
Only 28 yards of offense for Coon Rapids in that second half, and that has to concern Coach Risson a little bit. Obviously, the win is sweet, you get it, but you're right. They did a good job in Forest Lake of really stopping what Coon Rapids wanted to do on defense. That option play worked really well in the first half. They totally stopped their ability to run that play. So, again, you take this win because it's a sweet one. It's a good one. It's your first of the year. You win your first game at home. Now they got to go on the road to a pretty good Spring Lake Park team next week to take on the Panthers.
Hoping they can keep this going. 1-0 in division play, 1-1 on the season. And what they are hoping is just the first of many victories for head coach Nick Russin. But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Jen Halverson, our stats master Harley Schultz, and Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young.